Jonathan, what's our first one?
Hi, John and crew. This is Spencer from Florida. I just got a question. I just remember all the Leonardo DiCaprio and Star Wars stuff, that him being obsessed with Star Wars, and I saw him talking about how he forced Jonah Hill to watch The Mandalorian, and I was just wondering, why haven't we seen him in a Star Wars movie or show? Probably movie, because he's just the greatest. Thanks.
All right, Spencer, thanks a lot for calling that in. And, I remember hearing a while ago stuff going around that, Leonardo DiCaprio is a big Star Wars fan. And I thought, I don't know if I buy it. He doesn't seem, I don't know. This is very limiting of me to say, but he doesn't seem the type. I don't know. I think that's maybe very narrow focused to me, but maybe he doesn't seem the type. But then, when Don't Look Up was coming out, which Leonardo DiCaprio did with 1,000 other high profile actors, including Jonah Hill. And they were talking to Jonah Hill about it, and Jonah was like, Leo would not stop. He was just constantly trying to get me to watch different Star Wars things. And he absolutely forced me to watch Mandalorian. He's like, you have to watch Mandalorian. Baby Yoda, man, greatest thing in the world. Didn't impress Jonah Hill, but the rumors apparently of DiCaprio being a major Star Wars. And of course, there was a lot of rumors back in the day when the prequels were coming out. I remember there was a lot of talk about maybe Leonardo DiCaprio being there was an opportunity to have him in a prequel or something along those lines. Anyway, big fan of Star Wars. So why has he not been in a Star Wars movie or TV show? Well, it's always funny fielding questions about why hasn't this actor done this, right? Done this movie or whatever. And the real reality is well, that's the wrong question. The question is, why would the actor have done that? I mean, for every role there is in a Star Wars movie, there are 50,000 aspiring and professional actors around the world that want that one role all the time. And listen, Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the best in the business. He is. But maybe it's an issue of his schedules. Maybe it's an issue of the fact that, hey, I love Star Wars, but I don't want to be in a Star Wars movie. Maybe to him that breaks the magic of it. I don't know. The most likely scenario is also there's never really been a Star Wars character or role that was right for Leonardo DiCaprio. And again, I always say talent comes first. So it would have been great. I mean, if had he ever done one, that's great. It would have been wonderful. But I don't see why. And listen, 80% of the actors in Hollywood are major Star Wars fans. That doesn't mean by the way, there's not enough Star Wars roles to go around. There's very few of them. So would I be down to see Leonardo DiCaprio in a Star Wars movie? Maybe. I mean, he's certainly a great talent, but I mean, he's so big that, I don't know, it would be kind of like having, Denzel Washington suddenly popping up a Star Wars. He's so big, I wonder if that would be a little bit distracting, or if it would break as you would say, the verisimilitude of the kayfabe that they're setting up with it, yeah. Right? I don't know if it would ever be a good idea. So I think there's a question about whether he'd even want to do it, even though he's a huge Star Wars fan, whether there's ever been a role that's right for him. And maybe he's just too big to be in something like Star Wars. I don't know, Rob, why do you think we haven't seen a Leonardo DiCaprio in a Star Wars movie?
Well, clearly because Martin Scorsese hasn't directed one yet.
That's probably it.
But no, in all honesty, if you think about Calvin Candy in Django. I look at that performance. Let him play a Sith Lord. I mean, I would love to see him play a bad guy in the Star Wars universe. Somebody that we haven't seen before, maybe in Knights of the Old Republic or maybe a High Republic thing.
Let him be Thrawn. Leonardo, you heard it here, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Leonardo DiCaprio is Grand Admiral Thrawn. There you go. You're welcome, Internet.
Thank you, guys. It's an opinion piece, but we'll take it as fact.
Yeah, that's
right. I would be there for that. But I think, his portrayal of Calvin Candy, we'd never seen him play a villain like that. He threw himself into that role, and he was clearly having a great time. I think that, Star Wars needs a charismatic. We had Vader. We need a villain, and I mean, look, I like Giancarlo Esposito. He's cool, but I want just a theatrical, operatic, big bad in the Star. Whatever they're gonna do, I don't know where I'm gonna get that from. But Leonardo DiCaprio could do something like that.
Chris, especially with all the stories coming out recently, with Jonah Hill just saying in his recent interview about the whole Mandalorian thing. I don't know, He's a big name. He's a successful actor. You think he maybe would have his pick of roles. Why do you think we haven't seen Leonardo DiCaprio in a Star Wars movie up till now? And do you think we could eventually?
Well, there's a few things to come here. Like, one, would it take you out of the universe? Would it help you not suspend your disbelief if you go, that's Leonardo DiCaprio? Would we all become the Hollywood meme of him staring and pointing at a television?
Yeah.
We all do that too, right?
Yeah.
And I do think Thrawn actually is a great example, because if he was in makeup or prosthetics or something, maybe that could help with that. Would he be willing to do that is a whole other discussion. But also, as a fan, do you want to be part of your fandom, or do you just want to enjoy it? You know, you have some actors like David Tennant or Peter Capaldi, who were, diehard Doctor Who fans. Peter Capaldi was the president of the Doctor Who fan club and would write to BBC about it. And then they got to be part of the show and live their dream. It doesn't always work out really great, though, like that, where you could be a huge Star Wars fan and then maybe you end up in the prequels or something of that nature. You end in a lackluster project. So I don't know if you as a fan would want to participate in that. I'm sure if he said he'd be open to it, people at Disney would contact him. Why wouldn't you? He makes great movies, he's a great actor. But I think it's probably up to him.
Look, turn that into like a red lightsaber.
Boom.
Then you're set. Crazy old Sith living in the woods. I'd see that. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio is a big Star Wars fan. He's one of the most celebrated actors in the world. He's an Academy Award winner. Why do you think we haven't seen him in a Star Wars movie up to this point? And maybe even more importantly, do you think we ever could? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. If saving more and spending less is one of your top goals for 2023, why are you still paying insane amounts of money every month for your phone bill? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save money this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton, with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Guys, I have told you before that when I was on one of the major phone carriers, I was spending literally 3 times as much every month, and switching to Mint Mobile couldn't have been easier. So for people just looking to save some extra money this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily in just minutes with eSIM. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.